Hi, beautiful people. Happy Sunday. I hope that y'all had a good weekend. I missed you guys. It's been a minute since I've been over here, but I needed a break. I needed a little break for my normal live streams. I've been talking about what's going on in this country a lot, and we're just going to take a little break because we're going to talk about the death penalty over cannabis. I don't hear a lot of people talking about Jared Shaw, who's an American athlete playing basketball in Indonesia, who was caught with a bunch of gummies. And those gummies is causing him to face a potential, oh shoot, a potential life sentence or the death penalty. So I want to talk about it. And then I'm going to be about my merry way. Now, I am going to drop a link for this stream because I've been doing a lot of verticals and not dropping a link so I can get through this faster. But I'm always going to come over here and connect with you guys. Quickly, give me a second. I have to do a stream right after this one. So I'm going to drop a link in case I want to chat with me about something, and then I'm going to get into this story. It was hard for me to even find an article that I could share with you guys because of copyright reasons and all those good things. But I'm going to share a video for educational and phrase purposes only. There's a link, and we'll get into it. So let me see if I can even share. This one, what's good, Jerome? Jerome, have you heard about Derek Shaw? I don't even hear anybody talking about this story. But let me play the clip, and then I'll give you guys some commentary on it. Okay, share screen. Give me a second. Hopefully I have it up. Darn, I have a Trump video up. Okay, we're going to have to do it like this. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see my screen, but I need to go to Derek Shaw. We're not watching Trump right now. We need a break. Okay. I said Derek. Jared. Mercy. Hang on, you guys. I can't see you guys if y'all messaging me. Jared Shaw. Jared. See, cannabis, other countries don't look at it. There we go. Like we do here. As this harmless drug. Okay, we'll use this one.
An American basketball player possibly faces the...
Let me see. What you guys are... Okay. What's good, Uncle Claude? You don't watch this clip with me? Okay, guys, I'm sure this for educational phrase purposes only. There's a lot more to this story, but just to give you an idea, I'm going to play it, all right? I hope y'all can hear it. Let me find it. Here. There we go. Hopefully you can hear it.
An American basketball player possibly faces the death penalty or a lengthy prison sentence after being arrested in Indonesia on drug charges.
Can you guys hear that?
35-year-old Jared Shaw used to play in the Indonesian Basketball League for the Hawks. That was until May, when reports say he received a package in the mail from Thailand containing 132 cannabis gummies. Cannabis is decriminalized in Thailand, but not in Indonesia, where some offenders have been sentenced to death by firing squad. In a recent interview with The Guardian, Shaw said he used the cannabis...
I don't know why, but so during the press conference, he has to face his back towards them. And I don't know why I consider that like that's like really embarrassing to me. A true walk of shame, right?
His Crohn's disease, for which there is no cure. He
hey,
added
Kiva.
that he made a, quote, stupid mistake, and being held in detention for the past 5 months has caused him to go to a dark place mentally. After the arrest, Shaw's contract was terminated by the Hawks, which said in a statement he violated the league's strict no drug use policy in his contract. The team also found him guilty of violating professional ethics and discipline standards.
He got fired.
The case is eerily similar to that of Brittany Griner, The American basketball player sentenced to prison in Russia after she was found with vape cartridges in her luggage at an airport. She was returned to the U.S. in a prisoner swap after 10 months in detention. A friend has set up a GoFundMe page to help Shaw get legal representation.
Yeah, there's a lot to that, you guys. And I would share more with you guys, but there's no major media outlets that's really covering this story. Hang on, let me find you guys. There's no one that's really covering it, so that's why I was like, let me talk about it. Now, a lot of people are comparing this case to Brittany Griner. But the differences to me is that Brittany Griner was used as a political pawn because, you know, you had all those things going on with Russia and the Ukraine. And look at how serious. They traded her for a murderer, okay? That's how serious these other countries consider marijuana. So I found it really interesting that a lot of people aren't picking this up. It's all over TikTok, though. But as soon as I heard that Jared Shaw was arrested, I dived into that story. And when I tell you guys that he's facing the death penalty over cannabis, now his argument is that the marijuana helps him with Crohn disease. It helps him, but there is no cure for Crohn disease. And if you look at it, and you guys can let me know if you think it's fair or not, but if you look at it, happy Sunday, Daniel. I missed you guys. That's why I wanted to do a horizontal so you guys can chat with me. Now, cannabis, what people like to say it's so harmless, these other countries like Indonesia, including Bali, Malaysia, they consider it trafficking and that you're trying to harm their people if you bring this substance into their country. So yeah, he's facing the, you know, I'll keep track of it. I think that he's gonna have a tough time over there in Indonesia. Kiva. He's gonna have a tough time over there because their laws are, if you're caught with trafficking, it's either life or death by firing squad. Those are his options. Hang on, you guys. So Derek Shaw did an interview with The Guardian, and okay, y'all see him. That's him. He says, I use cannabis as medicine, and but they don't care. So the U.S. basketball player is facing execution in Indonesia over $400 worth of gummies. That's crazy. Why is my camera going out on you guys? Hey.
Good morning. Good morning. Well, it's morning here. It's
Yeah,
10
good morning. I know it's early here. It's
Been a
early.
long
How are
time.
you? Huh?
I'm doing okay. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I've been doing my thing. But yeah, I was looking at this. So darn it, I just lost my place. Yeah, I was looking at this story and I was gonna do it on one of my political live streams, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it over here. I might still do it over there too. But this is really crazy. I'm trying to see when he was first arrested. I want to say he was first arrested. He was caught in May, arrested in October, something like that.
Oh,
And
wow.
he still hasn't been given a date for trial. Now, he did say that he wanted to continue to play basketball, but he was fired. He had a lifetime ban over there for the team in Indonesia. So he's not going to be able to play there.
Oh.
So the 35-year-old was fired and issued with a lifetime ban from the Indonesian Basketball League. And he's been in detention for a month. Like, it's a really big deal. Indonesia has incredibly strict laws on drugs, and more than 500 people are on death row, the majority for offenses linked to drugs. Kiva said, Indonesia has the largest Muslim population in the world, so therefore the laws are more strict. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you.
I do know that Muslim countries are very, very strict when it comes to drugs. And alcohol, for that matter.
But they're getting death penalty over alcohol. They're getting death penalty over drugs. Now, if Jared can prove that this is for personal use, see, the problem is they're saying that he trafficked it with the intent to sell to his teammates because he had 32 gummies. Wait, was it 32? I said 32 gummies.
I thought you said
$400 worth of gummies.
Oh, $400. That's not.
Yeah, think about the dollar. That's a lot for there.
Oh wow.
That's a lot. Now, Jared is saying if you take in account the candy, is not going to weigh as much because he's right there, slightly under the limit for where they consider it trafficking. He's right there. So that's his defense. I don't think he has a strong defense. I think that now what his family is doing, they want the United States to get involved. But as you can see, I couldn't even find a news article really talking about it as far as like Fox. Yeah, I know I like Fox. NBC, ABC, nobody's really talking about it. But the Guardian, they did an interview with him, the only interview. And what's good, David? It's good to see you. They did an interview with him. And he just said that it was dark, but he's dived in a prayer. But the conditions over there, the cells are overcrowded. He's cramped. The dude is 6'10". So, yeah, he's going through it.
I mean, a part of me does feel bad for him, obviously. I mean, when you look at it, when you compare it, obviously, to here in America, the laws are extremely, but again, that's that type of country that, I mean, the laws are very strict, and he knew this going into it. So,
well, he lives in Thailand and is off season, and Thailand has decriminalized marijuana use. So, and again, now my only thing is everybody heard of Brittany Griner. Everybody heard of her. We all know the story. So for him to still do it, and I wanted to find, maybe let me look at TikTok real fast where I have less of a chance of getting copyright straight. But if you guys see the arrest, is he in Saudi Arabia? He is in Indonesia, David. He's in Indonesia. I'm telling you guys. I'm sorry, I said he was 16, 6'11". The only reason I'm thinking about his height is because I'm imagining this big athlete when they went to arrest him in Indonesia. So he's at his apartment. He gets a package. The package came in from Thailand. He has somebody send it over. He gets down there to get his goods, and he's met with 10 undercover police officers. He's screaming for help. He's like, help, like in the video. I'll try to find a video I can share with you guys. And some people, I felt bad to hear people mocking him over on TikTok and stuff like that. That's not nice, you guys. Because they were like, oh, this big black guy is yelling for help. I'll be yelling for help too. If 10 people were rushing me as I thought I was going to get my, they weren't close. I can imagine that, right? Not funny. But they did a raid and found all those gummies. And when he said that people are telling him that he's about to get the death penalty over some gummies, you can just hear the heartbreak in him. You just hear the heartbreak. I'll try to find it. If y'all want to see it, I'll find it for you if you do. You can't be ignorant of the law and expect not to be punished for breaking them. Kiva, you want to know what's interesting is how these countries do consider marijuana as a serious drug, and over here we're so relaxed on it. Over here, I did a conversation on, is marijuana a drug? And I almost got crucified, right? People didn't even like that. But you go over there in these other countries, they're not playing with you. You're right, Kiva. You cannot be ignorant of the law because the United States is going to have a hard time stepping in. We have a good relationship with Indonesia, one. And you got to be careful not to offend them with their laws. So you can't go over there saying, oh, that's too strict. You can't do that.
and again, he had to be cognizant of the law. He's played there for years, so it's not like he didn't know the law. But
yeah, Claude, but he's arguing Crohn's disease and medicinal purposes. Now over there, they don't give a damn about your Crohn's disease or your reasons for using marijuana. It's a zero tolerance over there for this drug. So
I don't know if he deserves the.
David said, "Is Indonesia a Muslim country these days? I was raised Muslim, but I reject our brainwashing. Sharia law negates women as being useful towards intellectual Excellence, yeah. And Sharia law has been in the news a lot lately because y'all know what's going on there. But is it a Muslim? Well, Kiva said it was, right? I think she did.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
very
she said
strict.
it has the largest Muslim population. So I learned something new.
Yeah, I would have thought it would have been Turkey or Saudi Arabia. I didn't realize that Indonesia would have the largest.
I don't know who has the largest. Let's look it up. Well, but they have, she didn't say they had the largest. She said they have a large population.
I would have thought somewhere like Saudi Arabia, maybe Turkey, maybe Jordan.
Oh, no, Shri is right. Indonesia has the world's largest Muslim population, making it a Muslim majority country.
Oh, wow.
So,
Learn
yes,
something new
yes,
every
you're
day,
right.
ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I'm all for,
Learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
he's in dire straits. He's in dire straits.
David said President Obama lived in Indonesia for many years. Really? I didn't know that. And do you guys know that they do death by firing squad? They're not going to numb you. If he gets the death penalty, I would feel really sad because this 35-year-old has his whole life ahead of him. He scored 11 points within 1,000 points within these last couple of seasons. This dude is really, really good at what he does. And for his life to be over like that, I do find that hard to believe, but that's what he's facing over there.
I mean, it is pretty rough over gummies. I mean, you would have thought that he actually murdered somebody or something to that effect. Then that would have made sense. But again, the laws there, they do have a zero tolerance policy there.
Zero tolerance. So let me read this. Marijuana charges in Indonesia carry very severe penalties, including the death penalty for large-scale drug trafficking offenses. So for him to have $400 worth in a country like Indonesia would be considered a lot over there. Think about their currency compared to ours. Penalties range from a maximum of 4-year prison sentence for personal use, and it may include mandatory rehabilitation. But lengthy prison sentences and massive fines and up to life in prison for trafficking. And he's being charged with trafficking. So he has to be able to prove that it's for personal use and not trafficking. To me, that's going to be his best option. Because personal use, you get up to 4 years, right? Possession, up to 4 years. And fines. What are they at? But if you have more than 1 kilogram or 5 plants, it's a 5-year prison sentence. And for transporting, it's life or death. Those are your 2 options with that. So I just found it interesting. I did.
Wow, that's very unfortunate. Wow, the difference between up to 4 years to the death penalty. Wow, that's pretty surreal. But I
Yeah,
am sure that it's not being covered here in the United States more.
You saw what?
It is shocking that you don't hear more about it here in America.
Well, what can Americans do? They have I'm sorry, I got my hair in They have a GoFundMe. They have a GoFundMe out for him. But you don't really hear, like I said, if I could have found this story on NBC or CNN or something like that, I could have shared that with you guys, but you really don't hear too many people talking about him. Now, his family is saying they want the American embassy to help Jared like they helped Brittany. But if you understand politics, you understand how these things work, I kind of see why he's not getting the press that Brittany Griner got. Who are they going to trade from Indonesia for Jared? Brittany played for an American team. Jared plays for a team in Indonesia. People don't even know of him over here, really.
Yeah, I believe if he like played for the U.S., it would be totally different. If it were somebody, I'm just throwing a name out there. I'm not saying obviously that he's. Let's say if it was a Steph Curry, so to speak, a Steph Curry type of player, he played for the Olympic team, it would be totally different. But since he plays for an Indonesian league, it's a whole different. I hate to say it, ball game. So
Well, and Steven brings in more money than, I can't find this on the site where I can share it with you guys. He brings in more money than this guy. But it's not just that. I told you, there's no way to trade. And the difference with Brittany is that the citizens, so where was she sentenced? Russia, they don't give their own people that much time that she got, 9 years. But in Indonesia, that's standard to get life or the death penalty. Does that make sense? So to fight for Brittany, saying, wait a minute, you're using her as a political pawn, and the proof of that is because of the way they sentence the Russians, it's not the same. Jared doesn't have that argument because that's the sentence they give their own people. They shoot them. So that's why. So what can Trump do? What can anybody do if that's their laws? The best, I would say, now, if he can prove that it's personal use, then he has a better chance. If he is sentenced, what the American embassy, what they can do is fight for him to do his time in the United States, because obviously that's going to be better for his family to visit. But Indonesia has a policy. Their laws are so tight where they have a policy where they don't even extradite you back for drug charges.
wow.
Yeah. And you can't interfere with international affairs that way. He's just screwed. And that's the thing, when people are not friendly, when y'all got your oxycodones and y'all have like y'all pain meds, whatever. I don't use pain meds, so I don't know. Pain meds, and you're going to these other countries. Some people think they just need a doctor's note. They don't care. Your American rights stop once you leave these countries.
And that's where people get thrown off also. I mean, the laws for each country obviously are different. And if you're not up on it, I mean, they don't care about that. They're just worried about, oh, listen, we're going to arrest you based on X, Y, Z. They could care less about American law. They could care less about any type of standards. I mean, the prisons here in the United States are totally different from, I can imagine, the prisons in Indonesia.
Yeah, and if you guys do Google them and you search, you will find some, but the largest, Inside Edition would be the largest media network that I can find next to Guardian that did the interview, but not a lot of people are talking about him. I think that he has an uphill battle. He's been in there since last year and doesn't even have a court date. And I could just imagine, and he wants to get back to playing football, and they're like, no, you're banned for life. He tried to make an America team, didn't quite make it here, but he's been doing pretty well over there in Indonesia. So I'm just like, prayers to him, prayers for the family. He does have a GoFundMe if anybody wants to help out, but like Kiva said, you can't be ignorant of the laws when you go to these other places. And you would think that, looking at how tight these other countries are on drugs and how you have the war on drugs, it's kind of interesting that the United States is just like, oh, okay, you can use it for recreational use. These other countries consider it as you're trying to harm your citizens, and they're charging it with attempted murder in some of these places.
And the sad part is, either way, his life in Indonesia is pretty much over.
Good barn dog.
Let's say he does beat the case. Because if, let's say they do find it as recreational use, and they could give him pretty much time served if he's already done a year, because they said up to 4 years. So they could be within their rights to say, you know what, you have time served, but will the lifetime ban hold up? We don't know that. If it does, he still can't play professionally there. He'd have to go to another country, hopefully, and have to start all over again. So
Yeah, he's played in Thailand and stuff like that, but I don't know if he's played for any other teams. Um, I don't know, but he had a beautiful life playing over there. Even though it wasn't the NBA here, he did have a sweet life. Think about the cost of living over there. He's over in Thailand. He's over in all these places, but and the thing with Crohn disease. So anyone that tries to argue and say that marijuana helps with that, marijuana is known to aggravate the symptoms and make it worse. It's like putting a bandage on it. You may feel better for a minute, but it's not a good treatment for Crohn disease in the long run. And again, those countries do not care if you're using it for depression, if you're using it for whatever, they don't care.
No, they're not. They're going to do everything based on the laws of their country. They're not worried about anything else.
Not worried about it.
And I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I think it's really sad.
And it also lets you know how lax we are compared to the rest of the world when it comes to marijuana.
Yeah. He got caught with 132 pieces of cannabis-infused candies containing Delta 9 THC. I don't know anything about marijuana. I don't know anything about Delta. Hey, Clarence. Good to see you. When I think about Delta, I think of Delta Airlines, y'all. I don't use anything.
Does Delta Airlines still exist? Wow.
I think so. Yeah.
Probably went the way of Pan Am. That's another. Oh man, I told my age on that.
Yeah, so he said he made a stupid mistake and now he feels helpless and alone while detained. I would too. I can't find the GoFundMe, you guys. I was looking. I can't find it. So, yeah, poor guy. Poor guy. Just all you can do is keep him in your prayers. And again, I just think that it's sad. So, the Black Enterprise picked it up. Let me see what they said. That's promising. Yeah, they picked it up. So he's gonna need more publicity to get the Americans involved and to get their attention. Think about Brittany. This is your first time catching the live, Clarence. Hopefully you subscribe. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll try to do more horizontal streams with you guys because I've been heavy on the politics. Because y'all know we have an election coming up, but I'm not doing it right now. But we do have an election, and y'all know Newsom is creating havoc up in California. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about tonight. Not gonna talk about it. Go ahead, Claude.
You're gonna say the T word,
but I'm gonna tell y'all this. Prop 50 is a waste of $300 million of our tax dollars, and Gavin Newsom is trying to push that in California. So it's really important to get out there and vote. But now I'm gonna hush because we ain't talking about that.
I know very little about California politics, so it's not for me to say.
Okay, great.
Why did you say great?
Because you're not doing politics tonight.
Trump
later, I probably will, but I'm not gonna do that on a horizontal stream. I'm gonna do it on a vertical stream where nobody can. Well, I'm not looking at the chat.
You didn't hear me.
What'd you say?
Oh no, you missed it.
What'd you say? Don't be like that.
I said Trump is cool.
Don't troll about Trump. I know a Trump supporter when I see one, and that's not you. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
What I find interesting though, is how these other countries consider marijuana compared to here. Because like I said before, you guys, on a different subject, is whenever I do a live stream about marijuana, how it is a drug, and I'm not trying to shame anybody or anything like that. I'm just calling it by how it's classified. I get so much pushback. I get called out of my name. There's no reason to call MU out of her name. Okay. And it's tough. I don't smoke for those reasons. I don't want to be addicted to anything. I want to have these problems when I go to another country and I need a gummy bear. Okay? If I have a gummy bear, it's going to be the kind that I can give my son. And he don't even need the sugar. Genesis 9:3. Oh, we got a Bible scripture. Mercy. Okay. The green herb, Delta 9, that word, allegedly. I hate fake Muslims who fail to read their own scriptures. I don't know anything about that, David. I'm sorry. This time I don't know about that.
I remember years ago, in fact, there was a football player, Ricky Williams, who won the Heisman Trophy for the University of Texas. And he later was a very good running back, really, for the Miami Dolphins. In fact, he led the league in rushing in one year. And he swore by marijuana. In fact, they pretty much kicked him out of the league because he had tested positive because back then, if you tested positive for marijuana, you would get suspended XYZ amount of games, but he would claim that it would help him with his pain. So
people don't care. People not playing with you guys. When it comes to this, they don't care about your pain. It's still a drug. The same way.
this is in the United States. I mean, he was still in the NFL, but they pretty much ran him out of the league back then. Now, when you look at what's been going on as far as the pain medications, and when you look at the concussions and the rates of CTE after these guys have passed away and they find out, now people are starting to look at marijuana and look at some of the, I forgot what exactly they're using, but they're using some of the marijuana as pain medication now, and it's been pretty much accepted now by the
They
league.
do, and I'm not. You talk about here in the United States, Clarence.
Yeah, I'm talking about here in the United States.
David says, "I quit smoking weed. It does cause you paranoia. It does, and we haven't even talked about marijuana-induced psychosis or cannabis use disorder, because it really is a thing. And all you hear from people is that, oh, it's natural, it comes from the earth. Well, so does poison ivy, and I don't see you guys smoking that or fighting to smoke that. A lot of things come from the earth. It doesn't mean you should smoke it, because once it's synthesized, then it's not what you get from the earth. It's not like grass. It's not something that you just pick up and light up. There's a lot of things, a lot of chemicals now that goes into it. And if you don't get it from a dispensary, you really don't know what's in it. That's all I'm saying. But it does have medicinal. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that it doesn't help with some things like cancer. It's helped with other stuff. I could say, yes, I've seen that. But just like anything, there's side effects. And I find it weird that people don't like to call it a drug, but aspirin is a drug. Anything used to treat something or it alters your state is classified as a drug. But there's drugs that are legal and there's drugs that are illegal. I'm not saying it's this illicit drug, but the United States is very lax on it. And I almost feel as if the United States wants us to be so numb and zombified that we're not paying attention to what's going on in the rest of the world.
You can definitely make that claim. There's no question about that. And here's my thing too. All of these states where marijuana has been legalized, you would think that the crime rate would drop. I mean, people would be too busy getting the munchies and just relaxing. It's been quite I mean, people have been out of control. I know here in New York, it's been ridiculous. It's been absolutely ridiculous. You see people out in the street. I mean, you see people act a fool. They've been breaking into some of these dispensaries. It's insane.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, I agree with you. And there's so much that's going on, you guys. I try to keep up with all of it, but I gotta sleep. But there's so much that's going on in the world. David says, I agree. The USA court wants us all to be sleep sheep. Right, David? So you know what I'm talking about. And that's exactly how I feel. I don't know why they want us to be so sleep. So many people just want to be numb. I have to believe, now I don't know, but with Jared Shaw, knowing how stiff the penalties are over in Indonesia, I really believe that he knew. He had to have known. He's been there for, I want to say 5 years. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure how long he's been there, but he's been there for more than one season. So he had to have known how strict the penalties are. And those countries don't care about your ignorance. They will lock you up over there. Don't go over there playing.
Yes, I
Worry
think
night
those
stand.
are
Oh my goodness, my
people.
allergies. Speaking of, my allergies just got to me. It's a hallucinant. It doesn't help anything. It messes with the part of the brain where you imagine it doesn't help you. It makes you think that, but in reality, you are lighting a grill inside your body. Just saying, really nice pen. That's really what I was going. Oh, look at you. I like your yeah. That's the point I was about to make with this. It's not. There's so many things. It takes away a lot of your ambition, your drive. And a lot of people think they could just quit whenever, but when they try to quit, they're cranky, they're irritable, and they feel symptoms of withdrawal. And you're still putting a smoke in your lung. Listen to how a person sounds after smoking weed for many years. Like they sound, you know, I'm just saying.
Have you seen
Everything that grows
THC?
from the ground is beneficial. Tobacco is a prime example of that. Do you mean not beneficial? I'm sure everything that goes from the ground. I forgot about tobacco growing from the ground, Kiva. I forgot about that.
Well, also what I forgot where they chew the coca leaves to get high. I mean, there's a lot of people have found so many
That's a good one,
strange
Coca.
things. Betel nut in Brazil, I believe. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. But people have used several different type of herbs to get some type of high. It's insane. Remember, opium, the poppy seeds, they use that. In fact, heroin was actually created by Bayer aspirin back in the day, and that was supposed to be to combat alcoholism. And you can Google that if you like.
I didn't know that. I will Google. Remind me. I will. That would be an interesting stream. Weed withdrawal is a thing. Not having weed will make you irritable, right, David? I know because I've been around some of those mother suckers, and they get that way. Shaw is currently in prison just outside Indonesia's capital of Jakarta. He has yet to receive a court date. I told you guys that. Now, Shaw's words: "I use cannabis as medicine." Oh, my phone's about to die. He said that there's no medicine apart from cannabis that stops his stomach from aching. And now, this is the part where it gets really real for him. He faces the possibility of spending his life in prison or facing the death penalty. And when he goes, I've never been through anything like this, I definitely believe it because he's from the United States. We know. And he received a lifetime ban. Now, Shaw's words is that I don't use it to have fun. I'm quoting his words from The Guardian, the only place that has done an interview with him to date, right? Where they spoke to him over the phone. I don't use it to have fun and go party, he added. With my stomach condition, sometimes it's hard for me to keep food down or go to the toilet. It just soothes the pain a little bit. And his friend Bree Petruzio has a GoFundMe. But he got this package from Thailand. Now, Shaw's words too is this: they're making it seem like I'm this big drug dealer. Why would I bring the candy here to sell? It's interesting. He's kind of calling it candy now. Y'all know y'all don't call y'all gummies candy. I'm not about to judge y'all. Why would I bring the candy here to sell? It was for personal use. Let me see what the comments are. The comments aren't nice. So if you guys are looking at these articles, you may not want to look at the comments because you'll, you know. Let's just say he gets little sympathy from people. So far from what I've seen. My ex is like this. He used to have weed withdrawal so bad. Yeah. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it. So there it is. And you guys can follow that. I don't know. But again, besides TikTok, I don't hear anybody talking about it. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody really go into depth about it either.
You said what?
I haven't heard anybody go into depth about it either. So
No, I don't think they will. He wasn't big enough. Over there, he was though. He is, but now they were quick to ban him over that, but they don't play. So I don't know.
I
He
wonder if
played
he were
for
bigger
the
name.
college, the Utah State Aggies, college basketball for Utah.
Yeah, I've never been familiar with him.
Oh, so okay, so you're not sure.
Yeah, if it were a bigger name, I think it would have been interesting to see what would have happened. Let's say if it was an ex NBA star who was finishing out his career overseas, would have been. I think it would have been interesting to see how that would have worked out if he were that type of a player. But obviously, he's not.
I found this kind of interesting. All drugs have the same results as marijuana. It doesn't help you. You can't destroy one organ and fix another. That's the drug stuff pharma gives you. Interesting.
Well,
The arrest followed a tip, and he had a really beautiful career. The arrest followed a tip from the airport's customs that reported Shaw had received a suspicious airway package from Thailand. And so Thailand, again, Shaw lived off season in Thailand where marijuana was decriminalized since November 2024. But under Indonesia's anti-drug law, Shaw faces up to life or death. So he needs to get his charges lowered to possession, and that's going to be how he'll escape serving life. Who wants to serve life in another country? That's insane. Yeah.
it'll be interesting if his best bet, as you said, if he's able to prove that it was personal use, and he could get up to, and that changes everything.
It would
Because
change everything for him. Mm-hmm.
yeah, you said the maximum is up to 4 years, and he's already served a year, over a year.
But you guys but maybe they're serving a year there don't mean the same as it does in the United States. Maybe they don't care. I don't know. Hopefully. But Shaw played several clubs, Tangerang Hawks. That's the name of the league in Indonesia. But he told police during the interrogation that he wanted what? No, I don't know if I believe this that they're saying. I don't know if I believe this part. They're saying alleged. I gotta say I don't really believe this because who's gonna admit this in some country where they're trying to charge you with the death penalty? He told police during the interrogation that he wanted to share the cannabis candy with fellow basketball players, according to Spion. Who the hell is Spion? Who the hell is Spion? I don't believe that because that would prove trafficking. So I don't think he said that. But I'm gonna just say alleged. That's just me.
Might be somebody trying to make it look like he's doing that. Might be somebody.
Yeah, because they can say a lot of things, and I just don't think this guy coming from no, I don't believe it. But it's all over social media where you can hear him screaming for help. Yeah. So the candy contained a total gross weight of 30.6 ounces of illegal cannabinoid inside of a package. So he's right there at at what they consider trafficking. So that's just it.
Yeah, it could definitely go either way with him.
I have trouble believing that he admitted to that. I think because I saw in another article where they're trying to charge him with giving it to his teammates. So I don't think he said himself during the interview with The Guardian that it was for his personal use. He didn't say I'm giving it out to my teammates, but they're not even supposed to be using marijuana because that will take away from the fact that he has Crohn disease and he was treating his Crohn disease. So I just don't think he said that.
The sad part is I do believe that he was trying to treat his Crohn's. I believe that. Unfortunately, it's not going to matter.
But it aggravates the symptoms, though. So I don't know. I think that he was addicted, and people, when they have an addiction, that's my opinion. Because it doesn't treat Crohn disease. Watch. Okay. Hang on. Let me see if I can back this up. Again, you guys, here he is. This is the guy we're talking about.
He looks familiar.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not saying because people self-medicate in different ways, so I can't say if he was, if he wasn't. But let me just tell you. what the doctors say about it. Okay. No, marijuana does not treat Crohn's disease, but some patients report that it helps manage their symptoms. Um, and the FDA does not approve marijuana for the treatment of Crohn's disease. It has a lot of risk. Cannabis may mask pain and other symptoms, giving a false impression that the disease is in remission, while underlying inflammation continues to get worse. This can lead to delays in necessary treatment and more severe complications. There is treatment for Crohn's disease, but marijuana isn't one of them because it has the potential to worsen the outcomes. And, you know, so it's one of those things where we use something and it's a temporary fix, but the pains that you're having in your stomach isn't going to go away that way.
Pretty
But you
much.
know, some people have their own ways of doing stuff, but when you're in another country, play by their rules.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you have to remember you're a guest.
Listen to this. Some studies have shown concerning association between regular cannabis use and a higher risk of needing surgery for Crohn's disease. So it aggravates the symptoms. Just so you know.
I'm not very familiar with Crohn's disease, so.
Okay. It's I hope that he does not have to spend the rest of his life there for this reason. Crohn's disease is a chronic inflammatory condition of the GI tract. So, and it could target any part of the GI tract. So that's just it. But anyways, that's what I was going to talk about. What else is good with you?
Well, you see, I have my Steelers hat on. They won today. My Steelers are now 4-1 and on top of the AFC North.
Awesome.
And I think every team in the AFC North lost. We beat the Browns. The Bengals got beat by the Packers.
Go Packers. I'm a Bears fan, but if the Bears aren't in, I'm going to go for the Packers.
Well, the Bears play tomorrow night. And also the Baltimore Ravens got beat. They only scored 3 points. Oh, this is beautiful. Everybody picked the Ravens to win the division, and now they are 1-5. This is beautiful. Life is beautiful. The Steelers are 4-1, and everybody else is looking down, and rightfully so, at the Pittsburgh Steelers, the greatest team in pro football.
Life is good.
Yes, it is. Yes,
yeah. Well, I missed you guys. Life has been lifing, and as I get closer to,
No, I said, yeah, tell me about it. When you said life is lifing.
Life is lifing, and as I get closer to my goal of 4 years in sobriety, I'm really just gonna lay back and take it easy. It's not easy. That's why when I saw this case, I'm like, whoa, marijuana. I told y'all, marijuana is causing problems in people's life. There's a lot that's going on. There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
but honestly, you guys keep this guy in your prayers, right? We don't know him. You know, he played for a team that wasn't in the United States, but still, it's a really big deal. If you guys follow this, watch some of those videos when he's getting arrested and the press conference. I mean, it's imagine his family and countries outside, you know, countries think of marijuana as one of the harshest, like a strong drug. They don't say it's a soft drug. They say that it's a hard drug. And that if you go over there, like in Malaysia, they say that it's attempted murder, like you're trying to harm your citizen. And I read these cases. There's a grandmother that's on death row, say Indonesia, for trafficking marijuana. And she's been locked up for a while. Hopefully she'll get it commuted to life in prison. There were 5 American, well, no, they're from the UK. They're either from America or the UK, but they were able to get their sentences commuted. They got let go. So There's hope, just not much. I mean, zero tolerance. But if the United States steps in, maybe he can come back to the United States. Even though they said they don't extradite to the United States to any country for drugs. But I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we'll have to see what happens. I'll definitely say some prayers for him.
Mm-hmm. Only in America they lack this knowledge. America, when it comes to drugs, I mean, think about this. You're not getting all those pain medicines when you go to these other countries. Mm-mm. You're gonna get what they give you. There's no free health care. We'll not get into that tonight. But you're gonna get what they give you.
No free health care.
Hmm?
I thought you said there's no free health care.
No, I'm not gonna finish that thought that I was gonna say because that's gonna take me down a rabbit hole I'm not trying to get into right now. I'm already at my 50-minute mark and I've been trying to keep my streams under an hour. Yeah.
No collagen water.
No, I have my Stanley cup. I have greens in here because I didn't eat any solids today, so I just have some in my cup. I'll have my collagen water later.
Plant
Right now, I'm
kale.
drinking my greens to stay, healthy. What's good, Drip? It's good to see you, Drip. How you doing? I'm just chilling tonight. I was talking about, oh my God, my brain just went blank. I was talking about Jared Shaw, the American basketball player playing over in Indonesia that's facing life in prison or the death penalty for cannabis. That's what we're talking about.
Bad choice of words there, Space.
What's a bad choice in words?
No, I thought you said spacing.
Spacey.
I said spacing. I didn't. I thought you said
You know what
spacing.
that is? Are you speaking English? What are you talking about?
No, I thought you said spacing.
For weed, yeah, for marijuana, he had 30. What did I say, y'all? My brain is tired. He had.
What was it, 30 grams?
This guy. He goes, I use cannabis as medicine. The U.S. basketball player facing execution in Indonesia over $400 worth of gummies. Mm-hmm. Let me read the little caption. Unlike his fellow basketball player Brittany Griner, Jared Shaw has received scant attention after being arrested for drug offenses overseas. It's crazy. It's crazy. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much, Clarence. I appreciate you. Please unblock. I got some of y'all blocked. David Ali, well, I haven't even been live over here. I've been I've been doing my political streams. You think he's being overcharged? That's their laws over there, though, Drip. In Indonesia, if you get caught trafficking, possession carries a maximum of 4 years. If you get caught trafficking in Indonesia, you're facing death by firing squad, and he's charged with trafficking. They're saying that he tried to give it to his classmates. So you're either getting life or death by firing squad in Indonesia. That's where he plays basketball. Do I feel like it's overcharged? Any American would feel that way, but that's the laws over there. David, I don't know. I'll try. Can you leave me a comment under the video? I'll try to unblock you. Y'all know I got to go live late tonight because we're going to talk about what's happening over. We're going to talk about what's happening over in Chicago, and y'all know we're going to cover Donald Trump. But that's not till later. Y'all will be asleep. I'm not doing that with you guys because I get cursed out in the morning. No, $400 worth of gummies get you 4 years. $400 worth of gummies, if they charge you with trafficking. No, David, no. $400, they consider that amount trafficking over there. That would get you like, if they consider it possession, say you have a smaller amount, that would get you 4 years. But trafficking, yeah, they're gonna lock you up. And like I said, I do feel sorry for him. But you guys, the difference between Brittany Griner and Jared Shaw is Brittany was used as a political pawn. So the United States has some negotiating power, had some room to negotiate. And not only that, I said this earlier, but in Russia, where Brittany Griner was charged, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, because my brain is tired. In Russia, where Brittany was charged, it wasn't common for their citizens to get 9 years like Brittany got. Jared, on the other hand, is in a country where that's what their citizens get. So the United States can't come in and say you're overcharging him because you'll be offending Indonesia. We have friendly relations with Indonesia. And when you're negotiating, you have to be careful not to interfere with you can't insult the country. Go get that young man. Aw. It's sad. Mr. Understood. Drip, it's sad. It's sad. Go get him. It is sad, but go ahead, Claude. Let me look for something. Let me see if I can find a friendly clip to show.
No, it's fine. My prayers are definitely going to be with the young man. I actually, I feel pretty bad for him. I really do. I actually, for some reason, I do believe him. But that being said, I mean, if you're a guest in that country, you have to be very cognizant of their laws. But it'll be interesting to see what happens over these next few months. He's already spent over a year there. If he can get it knocked down to possession and personal use, maybe it will be time served, because then the maximum would be up to 4 years, and he's already served over a year. So that's about the best that he can hope for. And it also lets you know what, we do have certain liberties here in this country that we don't have anywhere else, and we have to appreciate what we do have here in America. Because as you can see, if you go anywhere else in the world, it's going to be looked at differently.
Play, but look at you guys. I showed you guys this earlier, but wait a minute. Why is my computer glitching? I felt bad with him during the press conference. I showed you guys this with his back towards them. But oh shoot!
So if you know this guy right here.
Looks like you'll be doing a lot of editing lately.
Editing why? No, I don't share clips that I can get in trouble for. I mean, I'm not always perfect, but I shared this earlier. I'll share it again because, hold on, you guys. I'm going to share it again. I'm going to share this for educational phrase purposes only. Editing why? I'm not going through all that editing for a video with a few of y'all here. No. Hang on, you guys. I'm going to play it for you guys again. But my phone's gonna die. I don't know why it's not playing.
An American basketball player
I'm gonna share it like this.
The death penalty or a lengthy prison sentence after being arrested in Indonesia on drug charges. 35-year-old Jared Shaw used to play in the Indonesian basketball league for the Tanger Hawks. That was until May, when reports say he received a package in the mail from Thailand containing 132 cannabis gummies. Cannabis is decriminalized in Thailand, but not in Indonesia, where some offenders have been sentenced to death by firing squad. In a recent interview with The Guardian, Shaw said he used the cannabis to treat his Crohn's disease, for which there is no cure. He added that he made a, quote, stupid mistake, and being held in detention for the past 5 months has caused him to go to a dark place mentally. After the arrest, Shaw's contract was terminated by the Tanger Hawks, which said in a statement he violated the league's strict no drug use policy in his contract. The team also found him guilty of violating professional ethics and discipline standards.
He was sweet on the
The
court,
case
though.
is eerily similar to that of Brittany Griner, the American basketball player sentenced to prison in Russia after she was found with vape cartridges in her luggage at an airport. She was returned to the U.S. in a prisoner swap after 10 months in detention. A friend has set up a GoFundMe page to help Shaw get legal representation.
There it is. There it is. 35. He's not a baby. That's different. Oh, wait. Like, what happened to Crohn?
Oh, he kicked me out. Oh, you kicked me. Look there. You see, he kicked me out.
No, he's not a baby, but I mean, does anybody feel bad for him? What I do feel bad about you guys is when I'm looking at David, remind me, when I'm looking at these comments, they're just not nice. It's not nice. And I'm like, I don't like to see a guy in that situation over some marijuana, but I do know that in those countries, how serious this charge is. And he's looking at, I mean, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. So if the United States doesn't step in, if the American embassy doesn't step in, and so far, no one's even heard of him, really. I don't know what he's going to do. Now he's trying to get legal counsel over there. He's in trouble.
It does look bleak, no question about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But 1 o'clock here.
Yeah, I'm just going to show you guys this. I'm not going to play the video, but look at how when he got arrested, like, can y'all see that? How they were like grabbing him, his face is blurred out.
Yeah.
You can see that? I'm telling you, that was pretty scary. That was scary stuff, you guys. But I hit my hour. I'm ready to lay it down too. Because I gotta come back live later. I gotta do a sneak live later. But I enjoy you coming over and talking to me, Claude. That's really cool.
Yes, I missed you. I have to say that.
I can see that.
I always feel very comfortable, and you've been such a gracious host.
I try.
No, you succeed. You always succeed. And hopefully we'll do this again soon.
Yeah, I'll try to do another horizontal before the week starts. I'm not working tomorrow. I just have one ballet class to do in the morning. And then I'm gonna chill. So maybe are you going live tonight or no?
Yes, I will. In fact, I'll probably
You don't
go
have to.
live.
Don't do it for me, but I just want to know if I gotta go over there.
Oh no. I just want to unwind and play some music. So I'll be there in another 10 to 15 minutes. That'll be long.
Okay. Okay.
And hopefully I'll see you there a little bit later.
Okay, you're not gonna play my kind of music, but I'll still support. I'll still show my support. It's all good.
Okay.
Okay. See ya.
Take care of yourself. Good night, Mama.
Good night. Y'all know what I hate is when I'm so close to the camera and Finney leaves and I'm like right in y'all faces. I love you guys so much. I just wanted to bring awareness. I'm telling you guys, I am so close to my 4-year sobriety birthday. My life is so chill and it's so challenging all at once. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's very challenging. But when I see people, I'm just getting no drip. I met him over in Crystal's platform, Crystal's channel, and I think I caught one stream of his. But when I can go and just hang out with you guys and chill, that is all I want. That's all I want, right? So I'm kind of nervous. I'm nervous. So that's why I haven't really done any streams for you guys because look at Cujo, stop. She's mad at me. She wants me to walk her. Because there's a lot of reasons why. Number one, I've been talking about politics a lot because I'm so nervous what's happening here in California. And number two, every milestone, I get anxious. Y'all know how I get during the holidays, where I get kind of depressed during the holidays. And I know y'all go through that stuff too. I'm not the only one. But this milestone for me is going to be a big deal. This is the longest stretch. I'll have 4 years in sobriety. Life is lifing. And it's been a long journey that I've shared with you guys since day 0. And I'm just really grateful to talk to you guys. Like, right? Your girl is looking healthy. And life is good. And we're going to keep it that way. Congrats, Misunderstood, for your sobriety. You have fought off the biggest demon that ever existed. Methane, no joke, mama. Right? I still have most of my teeth. My skin has cleared up pretty nicely. Your girl is squishy. I'm a thick girl. Always, you know, I'm thick. Like, I'm loving life. And I just tell people don't give up. So when I'm talking about marijuana and things like that, I'm not judging you guys. I'm just telling you how the rest of the world looks at marijuana and cannabis and all that stuff. I obviously overcame something that's not really cool to talk about, but it's my story, and that's just it. So chatting with you guys and talking to you guys and just hanging out with you guys is just all I want. I'm getting ready. I have a couple trips coming up. I'm going to Vegas. And that's, you know, we'll talk about more as I get closer to the date. But I love you guys. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm a little over my hour. I'm going to lay it down. Feel free to like, comment, and share. And I can't find that stream to unblock, David. But leave me a comment after the video. It'll be easier for me to find you. All right, you guys. Stay safe. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Uncle Claude, all right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see you. Great job. I would love to talk to you on the phone. David, what are you talking about? You can talk to, you can hit my link. David, don't make me in like that. Just David, hit my link. Send me a message, or you know, y'all know how MU Texta. What the hell is Texta? Trying to run. Uncle Claude's going live. You know, that leaves a lot of room to interpretation. You're gonna get a lot of people trolling you about MU, and we're trying to not do stuff like that. Why do you need to talk to me on the phone? You can talk to me right here. Okay? I have a live to do in a couple hours, so I have to get some rest because that next live I'm gonna do is rough. They're gonna beat me up. David, it's good seeing you. I hope to see you back. All right, we'll talk more about that later. All right, you guys, bye-bye. Let me run. You erased it? All right. I don't want people to troll you. Send me a message under my video and we'll connect, okay? I got you. Bye, you guys. Good night.